Welcome to the North and Mouth podcast.
So, this week on Coronawatch, or COVID-19 Watch?
COVID-19. No.
Yeah, Coronawatch sounds better, doesn't it? Yeah. Panic, hysteria, bulk buying, panic buying, death.
Oh, we'll get onto all that.
Yeah.
We'll get onto it. Do you want to start with let's start with the absolute fucking lunacy of the massive panic buying.
Yeah, which is, you did manage to get some toilet rolls.
Just.
Yeah. Last one in the shop, I think you said.
At 6 a.m.
I ordered my shit roll online this time. I always bulk buy anyway, so not really an issue for me. I still had about 16 rolls.
Shit, quite often.
Yes, regular.
No,
it's not just toilet roll; it's fucking all sorts.
Yeah, the real frustrating thing is, I quite often have. I
8
don't,
shits a day.
No, I do.
Yeah, but you do 4 of them at the gym. So
usually one at the gym, sometimes 2 or 3 at work.
Yeah,
and then maybe one when I get in. But thing is, I usually have a decent stock of sanitizer from previous working conditions.
Yeah,
which was kind of necessary.
And the splash is on.
Exactly. I usually have paracetamol because there's nothing worse than getting a headache. And
you're always ill as well, and if you get a cold, you have about a week off work. So
and about 50 paracetamol.
Yeah.
So there's that. Obviously, we all have Bogroll.
Yeah.
And quite often I have a decent amount of pasta as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of pasta and rice in usually.
And all of them happen to just
sell out within a day.
Well, no. All of our stock, our usual normal stock, gone. Just as everyone loses their fucking mind. So trying to find anything.
Yeah, it's getting a bit mental for quite a lot of stuff. Tins of beans and chopped tomatoes, things like that are all.
What I thought was hilarious is when it's first kicked off over here. I know it kind of happened first in Australia, didn't it? That's literally how it sort of started.
The panic buying, yeah.
The brilliant thing was we went into Tesco's or Asda at work at lunchtime, and there was a big load of where the decent beans were. They're all gone. Nobody had touched the Asda price.
Nobody wants that shit. No.
But now they're gone. So
yeah, now they're gone.
Shit.
There was that great picture when there was some sort of hurricane in America of a supermarket, and everything were gone off all the refrigerated shelves, apart from a full unit full of vegan shit. Like, even when the threat of starvation is there, people still don't want to eat that vegan shit.
No. It's more. It's when I got that Bogroll. Now, bearing in mind, like, we've got about 4
toilet roll for our American listeners.
Yeah, but Bogroll. We're saying Bogroll
because we're British.
We're British,
and he's becoming more northern.
I say Bogroll.
Yeah, they don't down south.
Usually. Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
I try and avoid going.
Well, they don't say Holland real.
No, yes. Lavatory paper.
Well, we usually get our groom of the stall to do that for us. But,
yeah.
Nice bit of medieval Tudor sort of thing. I happened to notice when I went in, and I picked up the one of 2, whatever it was that was left.
And how many old people did you have to punch for that?
It's a couple.
Yeah.
Kicked them out from under them. But then again, they were struggling anyway because they had
feeble
coronavirus.
Yeah.
But then I was carrying it to my car. And normally you don't really give a shit about what you buy in there. You normally just get it. I felt so self-conscious carrying that Bogroll out to my car and then from the street to the house because I know everyone's thinking he's bought these.
Yeah, he don't need that. Yeah, he's panic about that. Yeah.
It's like, but at what point do you go? Oh, actually, I'm running out now. I have to get some. Do we have to start fighting the morons to get?
Well, that's the thing. It's nobody wants to be. You know, everybody thinks, oh, look at them idiots panic buying the things, but then you buy it because they're panic buying it because you're panicking that you won't be able to get it if you need it.
No, I'm buying it. I'm buying it because we're running low on it.
Yeah. I'm using that as an example. Most people, the panic buying thing only takes half a dozen people to start panic buying, and then it escalates from there. People say, oh, shelves are getting a bit low on that. Better pick an extra one up.
But
there were a thing as well. There's all people are idiots. I've been over this before. The general population are fucking idiots. Vast majority of them. There was something that went around on Facebook in certain areas that tonic water cured coronavirus. Shops were selling out of tonic water.
Fuck's sake.
Honestly, you can Google it and find it. There was something else as well. Some like basic everyday food item, and somebody had put a status on Facebook saying, just found out this cures coronavirus, and it's sold out.
I feel there's money to be made there.
Yeah, there are. North and Mouth podcast cures coronavirus.
But you have to tune in right to the end.
And go to our Patreon, which we've probably got.
Yeah, we've got a Patreon.
Yeah.
Not fully set up, but...
We'll get there.
I saw somebody on Good Morning Britain, and they brought her on, and they were talking about... It was about a week or two ago, when it first a couple of days that it kicked off, and there was this woman on there that had properly bulk bought... Everything, and she was trying to justify it, and she's going, oh, well, you know, I've got asthma and all this stuff. It's like, what the fuck has that got to do with Bogroll?
I don't get it. The whole media coverage has been terrible. There were a Dangers of Coronavirus segment on, I'm sure it was the BBC, and the guest speaker was Nigel Farage, world-renowned expert on coronavirus. Nigel fucking Farage. I shit you not. And he sat there and we're talking about it, and I thought, why? It's like people coming to us for advice on coronavirus. We don't know what we're fucking talking about.
No, they've got him there because it's foreign and he hates foreigners.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. They wanted some horrible, hateful soundbite that they couldn't repeat over again. I'm just saying, Chinese people caused this. Yes, send them home.
To be fair, they did.
Well, yeah, one man eating a bat.
Yeah, just eat normal things.
Yeah, eat
normal shit.
Yeah, not literally. Don't eat shit. We'll send that video as well.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No.
You ever seen 2 Girls, 1 Cup?
Unfortunately, I saw the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Same as everybody else.
Yeah. The first few minutes.
I try not to remember.
Tough wank that one.
Yeah, difficult.
So what's moving on from the spastics that go out and panic buy?
Yes.
What's your opinion on like schools closing and stuff like that?
When they first started, I thought, what an absolute pile of wank. Why are they doing that? And I did look into it a little bit, and the theory is we're in delay phase.
Oh, officially we're now in
delay phase, which I thought, well, that's bullshit. But then when I looked into it, all that's to do is spread the cases out so that the healthcare service doesn't get annihilated by it.
And I think to try and work on, not a cure for it, because you can't
cure
it,
but vaccines and things like that. But the main thing is just that they know people, it's going to rip through the country, but if they can delay such a percentage, it can keep it under the level that healthcare services can cope with, rather than, oh, fuck it, yeah, let all kids go to school, spread it around, and then it's spiking. NHS is fucked even more than it would be after 10 years of Tory austerity, and then come back down and it'd be fine. It's spread it out nice and even and just keep it just below the level that they can cope with. That's the idea behind it, whether or not it'll work, because people are idiots, as we've mentioned.
I get I do get the cancelling of big sort of gatherings and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were directly affected by this. I was just last night. Yeah. What were you looking forward to?
I was really looking forward to going and seeing Poppy,
the goth thing that we featured quite a few weeks ago.
In Manchester was the first leg of her tour, of her European tour. The day before, I just happened to see a suggested post on Google saying that she's cancelled. I then text Rob and say, fucking, it's been cancelled.
It's off.
And then an hour later, he gets a text from Ticketmaster saying, Poppy's cancelled.
Oh.
So,
what a shame.
I'm going to see that thing in Bridgewater Hall next Sunday.
Oh, the orchestra thing, yeah.
Yeah. On their website, it just, a big sort of like purple banner across the top saying, we're still going ahead with things. I can't see that going ahead.
No.
Because, I mean, that would just be another... There is a massive panic now.
They've cancelled football, haven't they?
Premier League's delayed until April the 3rd.
3rd or 4th.
Because there was this is another thing that made me laugh. So Mikel Arteta, who's the Arsenal manager, and there's a bloke called Callum Hudson-Odoi who plays for Chelsea. They've both got it.
Right.
And I think it's almost like they got to a point where they were waiting for someone high up to get it for them to go, oh, actually, no, we probably should stop this now. And the bad thing, I was on the way to work this morning and TalkSport was on, and there was some bloke on there who I'm pretty sure started it off with, it's an epidemic at the moment, it could turn to a pandemic, right? Which he's got that wrong already. Yeah. But then he later on went, and of course, Callum Hudson-Odoi, we really, we're sending out a heartfelt, not condolences, but something. I thought, he's not dying.
No,
he posted a video that day.
Prime of his life.
He's a 19-year-old.
Pinnacle of health. Exactly. He's a professional athlete.
He posted a video up yesterday saying, today saying, thanks for the support. Yeah, I'm feeling all right now. Yeah. I had it the other day.
Running out of Bogrolls though. Yeah. There were a video. Is a football manager called Jurgen Klopp?
Jurgen Klopp,
like that. And it was
fucking love Jurgen Klopp.
I know nothing about football.
He's a Liverpool manager.
Right.
He's brilliant because when they interview people after football games, he's known for going, when they won the Champions League, they were going, well done, all this stuff. And he's going like, basically on the lines of, it was fucking great. And then they went, we're live. And he went, it doesn't matter, all the kids are asleep now.
It were some sort of press conference, and he's sat there and answering questions. And the reporter goes, what are your views on coronavirus? And he just looks around and goes, why the fuck are you asking me? Why? My opinion doesn't matter. Go and ask somebody that knows what they're talking about.
He's brilliant.
It were great.
I love Jurgen Klopp. There's another clip of him in their last game, and he's walking from the dugout onto the pitch, and there's all these fans leaning out to shake his hand. He stops and goes and bollocks them. Literally stands there and bollocks the fans, saying, "Don't fucking shake my hand."
There were the basketballer who, the one that got diagnosed that stopped the NBA.
Right.
And 30 hours before he was diagnosed, there were a clip of him, end of a press conference, and there's 50 mics on the table in front of him. And to make a point that he wasn't scared of getting coronavirus, he touched them all.
Right.
Touched the top of them, touched them all as he were leaving, and 30 hours later he was diagnosed. And they've cancelled the season for basketball.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's kind of necessary because obviously you think how many thousands of people go to a football game for one.
Yeah.
And stadiums aren't really the cleanest of places.
No. Neither are schools.
Neither are schools, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, they're supposed to be having the Euros this year in the summer.
Right.
The World Cup and the Euros. And I feel like I'm talking to a child.
I am aware of these things happening vaguely.
The Euros are in
Europe.
It's the European countries, not the World Cup. That's the world.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. But there's only really European countries play football properly, isn't there?
Brazil is pretty.
Oh yeah, but they
Argentina,
speak Brazilian. They
Mexico.
Speak. They all speak European languages. So.
There's quite a few of them. Well, anyway, what happened? So they're delaying the season now.
Right.
To be fair, when it comes to April, we're nowhere near the start of, or the peak of shit over here yet.
No.
So they're going to delay it even more. The problem is that then has ramifications on later on that they can't
start the season after.
Well, there's no way they're going to be able to do the Euros because the idea being that they finish the season, they have a little bit of rest, then they do the European Championships and they have a little bit of rest, and then they start the new season again.
Do they need these little bits of rest?
Yeah.
They only play one game a week.
Yeah, they train every single day.
Just let them have a day off.
Anyway, I mean, I know it's really difficult for you to understand being such a massive athlete that you are.
Yeah.
Pinnacle of health. Fucking hell, if you get it. I can't wait for you to get it.
I can't either. 2 week off work. I'm up for that.
So that'll get cancelled. That'll get put back to next year. The other thing is, this is beautiful as well. Everyone's taking the piss out of Liverpool because they've stormed forward and they're gonna win the league. They've only got to play 2 games, win 2 more games. There's the idea saying, do we just cancel this year
it so Liverpool never win?
Yeah, it's the thing. Do we cancel and start again next year, or do we get to the end and go right? There's not enough time to finish it. Do we just go right? Well, Liverpool have won because they've got the highest points, and then do we just chuck out the bottom ones, because obviously they're going to get relegated. But the thing is, you're going to get people going, that's not fair, because we might have had a chance to
save ourselves
save
or
ourselves,
beat Liverpool.
Exactly. Well, statistically, Man City can still win. It's going to be difficult.
Are they not banned?
No, they're banned from
Euros.
No, from Champions League for the next couple of years.
Right.
I know it's difficult for
I
you
don't know what Champions League is.
What
is that? Like the second division?
No, Champions League is like
what's the second division called?
Championship.
Fucking hell! Right, it's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. Don't matter.
The Champions League is just like the best of all the top like the teams.
Like the World Cup.
No, that World Cup is countries.
Right.
You'll have like the top 4 go into the Champions League from our league.
Right.
So you'll have like Barcelona and Real Madrid, whatever. But that's going to have that's all a bit. Nobody knows. We're uncharted. The other thing as well, the Olympics are going to be on as well.
Tokyo, 2020.
They ain't going ahead.
Probably cancel that. Japan has a really high population density.
They do, but they're not too
high.
bad. They're not too bad with that. They're similar to us with cases and deaths at the moment.
Yeah, but their population density is much, much higher. It will rip through them.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they're getting on with it. But thing is, there's so many things that are going to be affected by this.
Yeah, I keep seeing a lot on the news about voluntarily self-isolating or working from home. You could work from home. I don't really see a real issue for you. I don't really see why you go into an office anyway.
I know. To be honest, we always have that conversation. But
our wives are both teachers.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be
long. Who don't watch, so we can say what we want about them.
Exactly. Really. It threatens their career, this, apparently.
Yes. They're definitely going to get coronavirus if the schools stay open, because kids are disgusting. Awful, awful things. I don't really want to go into what I do, but my position in the place that I work, my place of work cannot function without one of me being there.
Yeah. It
literally cannot work, and people will starve, is what I'm trying to say. We provide food. People, we can't do that if there's certain key people, inspectors, graders like me, the places can't function without them. And it's like a 6-month training thing to get to what I do. It's not like you can ring an agency up and say, can you send us a couple of Mongols in to do this job? So it's a strange thing, because it's not really an option to close down what I do. You could be off work for a few weeks and nothing massively would be. This
is the thing, they are putting in, because there's a lot of people where I work in a fairly small area.
Yeah,
they are putting in place they've told everyone now who works with a laptop, take it home every night.
Yeah,
in case
you're not
something
happens the next day. Yeah,
and in case they have to, like, if someone gets in, they have to like close the place and disinfect and all that shit. We've had that conversation, but I don't think no one really knows what to do.
No, because like I said, for some people it's feasible. You could do it from home.
Yeah, I could easily.
There's a lot of countries that, for teaching, they've been teaching via webcam, and the classes are supposed to be sort of fucking following on. In China and Japan, they care about their education. They probably do it. Over here, it's not going to happen. Is it? When you were at school, if one of the teachers said, "Yeah, log in from home. We'll do 4 or 5 hours of learning, and then the rest of the days you're home, but you can't go outside because you're quarantined," you'd open that fucking thing and you'd be gone. You won't be sitting there watching it.
Unless it's a two-way thing. Then again, you can't have that. I don't think you can have that many on there. But one thing I was very conscious of when they were telling us one by one of all the people that have died in this country, they go, it's risen to 6 people. Oh, it's risen to 7. It's now 10 in double figures.
Yeah.
I reckon that the government has told all media outlets, make sure you stress when you report this that every single person that's died, not lying, but make sure you remind people, because you hear the exact same phrase every single time, underlying health issues.
Oh, yeah.
Every single time. And I reckon they've been told that, to go, you're allowed to report on it, but to stop panic because people go, oh my god, someone's, because everyone would just assume it's like
a young, fit, healthy person. It's not,
and that will cause everyone to go, shit, if they can die, well, I can die, obviously. But if it's a lot, I think that everybody has been old or had
some sort of health issue. Yeah.
Here we go, starting. I fucking hope you get it.
Yeah, potentially. Like I said, if I get it, you'll definitely get it.
Well, I might already have it. We'll have a split screen and we'll do the next
cling
one.
Film. We'll have a wall of cling film top to bottom. Some alcohol gel.
I got the details. We're shooting this on Friday, the 13th at 7:15.
Spooky.
What?
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, yeah. I didn't know that till the end of the day, so it didn't.
No, I didn't know that
effect.
until dinner time.
139,356 corona cases, 5,000 deaths. And the one thing that we don't often get told is how many people have recovered.
Which is more than half?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
More than half of people that have had a case. That's
at the moment as well. And also,
so
that's
2 days' time, there'll be more people infected, but also more people
recovered.
Because even if you've had it full recovery, you're still classed as being a coronavirus case, victim, whatever. Oh, you've got some more statistics.
These are like country by country. The weird thing was the Italy one, because like Italy have got 15,000 cases.
Yeah.
Like, so in contrast, we've had 798. 15,000 in like it's not a third world country.
It's not, no.
And I don't understand, like...
Have you ever met an Italian?
In what way? Scatty?
No, have you ever met one?
I've met one.
They're a bit touchy-feely, shake your hand, hugs,
True, it's a lot of
kisses.
old people as well.
It's the Mediterranean, so they have got the highest life expectancy, so they do have one of the highest elderly populations. Cafes, they're always sitting in cafes, close together outside. A lot of Europe's like that. Weather's good.
They do say that they didn't sort it out in time.
They're always sweating.
They did say they didn't react in time.
Greasy, horrible Italian, yeah.
They've gone on to lockdown. A thing I saw earlier on, which is quite funny, is that someone just posted up saying, like, it was Italy, like, lockdown, China, lockdown, blah, 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 all this lockdown. They said, England, wash your hands.
Yeah, Boris Johnson, it'd be right. It'd be right. Carry on. Yeah.
I hope he gets it.
Yeah, but it's only like America. We will stop all flights from Europe and China. But England's all right. Yeah,
England and Ireland, they're fine.
You can come.
I saw this bloke on Good Morning Britain and he said, wonder what happens when Trump finds out that we've got it as well.
Yeah, nothing, because...
I don't want it here.
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Yeah, but the American already got it.
Yeah, they've got
3,000 cases, something like that.
1,832 with 41 deaths.
Yeah. So, but then...
Spain's not having a good... Spain's gone up quite a lot.
Yeah.
Again.
But then this is what happens when people have a virus. It spreads. It's not automatically going to stop. It's not one day. You're not going to turn Piers Morgan on and he'll go, oh, the coronavirus is finished.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
You've brought up Piers Morgan for once.
Yeah, well, I've had to watch one of his videos and I just noticed that you've got it on there on your notes. It says Piers there. So I'm assuming that's... Yeah.
Well, they had somebody... The story was, are the media overreacting?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not a story.
And they started it off, and then the first person to talk was some editor from, like, Daily Mirror, or ex-Daily Mirror, Daily Mirror, whatever it was. And went, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like, absolutely. And then straight away, why? What's going on? What are you talking about? Let me just say this. And this is how he was twisting the facts, right? So he brought up SARS, and he said, and he did it against the latest. So he said how many people had died from SARS overall over the whole time.
Yeah.
And then compared it to the amount of people that have been diagnosed in Italy and said that's just about to take over that number. Don't come in here and say this isn't serious. Like, I genuinely hope he gets it and I genuinely hope he dies from it. I hate that man.
And yet we have the next segment is all about one of his clips because you're always fucking watching him.
Because he's always in my life. I come down in the morning, she's watching Good Morning Britain. I turn on my YouTube and it goes, "Oh, do you want to watch this?
Do you know why it does that?
Yeah, because
you're
I've watched
always
it. Yeah,
watching
I know. Well,
Piers Morgan's clips.
Well,
turn yourself off to it.
You can't turn yourself off to him.
I do. The only time I ever see him and know he exists is when you send me a link to one of his videos for this.
Let's just hope that he gets it and gets off and has to self-isolate. But then again, even if he was self-isolating, he'd still come back, live feed. Yeah, I'm dying, but yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm getting there. I hope he gets it. So another thing that was kind of batting around a bit was Laurel Hubbard, I think, who's a transgender weightlifter, powerlifter in the Olympics, and is trying to get to the Olympics to compete as a woman. I think her testosterone has to be a certain level to compete as a woman.
I think there's more to being a woman than the level of your testosterone.
Funny that.
Yeah.
When you see how much of a tank this person is.
I've seen a clip of her powerlifting, I think. Her, him,
her?
It. Yeah,
see,
her.
We're very PC.
Yeah,
very
we are,
PC.
yeah. This was one of the Piers Morgan videos that you sent me.
Did I send it to you?
Yeah. I watched it about 8 minutes ago. Because I don't have Piers Morgan in my life. Yeah, it's not even an issue because you're not a female.
No, when you see this person,
yeah,
they're in like this, I think like super heavyweight category or something like that.
Because she weighs like £300.
£300, yeah.
Which is what I weigh. I think I'm 296.
And there's
and like there ain't no women competing in this weight class, is there really? There's no female athletes that are £300.
I would love for you to take some testosterone blocker and then compete as a woman.
Yeah, that's not happening, is it?
Just the thought of you.
Yeah. Growing my hair out and
yeah, but this person isn't even.
They're not even remotely feminine, are they? I've seen this Laurel Hubbard. They're not even remotely attempting to be or look feminine. They're taking. They just want a world record.
Yeah.
And because they're not good enough to set a men's world record. I'm not saying women aren't. No, women aren't as good as men at sports. That's the be all and end all of it. In it.
Men are more
better.
Or physically
better. I'm not being. There's nothing sexist about that. There's no sports where consistently women are better than men. Is there? Name one sport. Netball. Blokes annihilate women at netball.
When it comes to anything that's strength related, which to be fair is quite a lot of stuff.
No, any sport. Name a sport that women are better at than men. Any. Football? No. Nobody watches women's football because it's not good. Rugby? No. Nobody watches women's rugby because it's not as good. Sprinting? No. Swimming? No. Cycling? No. There's nothing sexist about saying that. It's just a fact.
Jessica Ennis was good.
Yeah, but was she as good as
Usain Bolt?
Were they the same sport? Well, Jessica Ennis was cyclist.
No, Jessica Ennis was running, wasn't she?
Oh, fucking no. Because, do you know why I don't know? Because nobody watches women's sports. Because it's not as good.
Do you know who Usain Bolt is?
Yes, very fast.
Sexist
He
bastard.
eats chicken nuggets.
Yeah, of course he does.
And
he has Virgin.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. But the reason is they're not developed in the same way. I'm not saying as well. Women are shit at putting babies out. Blokes aren't good at that. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is there's the strength. It's just not there. They don't have the testosterone when they're developing. If you took a female child at birth, then started pumping it with testosterone,
it's not even just the testosterone. It is the bone structure.
Yeah.
The
bone density, muscle density.
Exactly. It's not like your body. Even after, I think they said that if you were to go through that process, that you have to. I wonder if they've still got their bollocks. Actually, thinking about it, do you have to have that off to be classed as a woman? Because surely you can't have.
I don't know,
cock and
because
bollocks.
on this terrible clip that you sent me, the woman was saying that you could self-identify as a woman.
That's ridiculous.
So you could rock up and go, I'm a woman, I'm competing against her.
But the only thing that they can almost try and make it a bit fairer, and it's a real ask, is to trying to lower their testosterone, which is ridiculous. And I think it's something like over 11 months or 12 months or something like that it takes to get your testosterone to a level that's level with your average woman female. Or whatever. But even then, you're not going to lose that amount of strength.
No, if you're
in that time,
if you're training as a bloke and you're a professional powerlifter,
which he was,
yeah, and you start taking these replacements, but carry on training the same, you will lose some progress, but nowhere near enough. Not a lifetime's worth of progress.
Not enough to not make it fair.
Yeah, to say actually no, you're on the same level. You're just a bloke with no balls. Well, at the point that they're working at,
I think you. I understand. I do get that people are born in the wrong body and everything. I do get that people are like that. However, I think it is proper mental illness if this whole self-identifying. If you've still got a cock and bollocks,
if you're not willing to commit,
get rid of it.
Is that what you're saying? If you're not willing to commit,
you're not even anywhere near there.
No. Definitely not. I think I agree with that.
This is how stupid that our society is. That if I was into boxing or fighting, I identify as a woman now. That's all I have to say. I then start taking.
Would you fight Zhang Weili?
We'll get to that. No, but say I was good at fighting anyway.
Yeah.
A big stretch, I know.
Yeah.
I then take some hormone or whatever it is, and I am sort of level. And I would then be able to legally, and probably a lot of people would be going, well done for that. You're so brave.
Yeah.
And then batter the fuck out of some woman.
Yeah.
That would be all right.
Yeah. What if you then change your mind, took a lot of test, and decided actually, I've set all these records, I've beat all these things, I've got my belt.
I've still got my balls.
Yeah, I've still got my balls. I've just juiced myself up with a bit of tests, and actually I'm a bloke again now. What happens then? So this Laurel Hubbard could, say she does go into the Olympics, which I can't see him letting that happen.
It's not far, I don't think. I mean, but then again, the Olympics
they're going to cancel the Olympics
anyway,
so it's pointless anyway. But what if she then turns around and goes, actually, I'll be a bloke now? Did she get to keep her medals? Does she get stripped of her medals?
Should they have? You know the way they've got. There's a reason why, obviously, we have male and female sports.
We've just covered that.
Yeah,
women aren't as good.
We've got Special Olympics.
Right? Are you saying that transvestite people should compete in the Special Olympics?
Transvestite people?
Is that not the same thing? Transgender
people.
Are you saying that they should compete in the Special Olympics?
No, I'm saying they should have their own Olympics.
Yeah, they should. Also, while we're on that subject, they should have a juice Olympics and a juice sporting league where they just let them take whatever steroids and whatever drugs they want and let them compete. UFC, but let them take the juice. Don't hide it.
Do you remember?
Don't pretend to take. Just let them take as much as they can.
Lee Evans used to have a joke about that where he said if they should just put everybody on steroids and see it, and he'd be like, the hop, skip, and then where the fuck did he go?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they set off for the 100 metres and they're like, vroom, vroom, gone.
If you want to do that, fine. I mean, remember Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
No one on this earth believes that he wasn't on juice.
No, but then people believe that Yoel Romero and Paulo Costa are on juice, and they pretty much blatantly are. They look like they're fucking photoshops, man.
They look.
We'll get onto that anyway.
They look. It's ridiculous, but. What was funny when they started talking about this on the clip that I sent you, they always bring out this India Willoughby. It's like their resident.
Their token.
Yeah.
That's their token transgender.
Yeah, we'll bring them out. and kick off, and it's almost like they can touch on these subjects because
she's a transgender that sees it as a normal person does. That no, you can't have women compete, blokes that are pretending to be women compete against women. You can't have that, and she sees it like that.
Yeah, which is true. I mean, and I really do think that it does have a detrimental effect on
the already struggling field of women's sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, say you had a daughter that had trained for years to get to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And then
all boxing of a sudden in the Olympics, and then all of a sudden a bloke walks in and kicks shit out of her.
Yeah. How's that fair? People are too scared. Like the people that are in charge are too scared to turn around and go, "Are you fucking joking?"
Yeah. Hold on. No, you're fucking mad. But
don't be stupid.
If they had their own Olympics, they'd still want 2 different classes, because the women that have turned into men have no interest in competing in men's sports, because as I've already mentioned a few times, they're not as good, and even if they take a lot of tests, they're still not as good. You know what I mean? If this were roles reversed,
I'd love to see you with what's her face?
Who?
Wei Li.
Zhang Wei Li. I'd kick shit out of her.
Yeah, gosh.
No, but my point is...
Rip your fucking ears off.
My point is, if roles were reversed, you wouldn't have this.
No, I know.
If Laurel Hubbard was transferring, turning into a bloke from a woman, do you think this would be an issue?
No.
Wanting to compete in the Olympics?
Joe Rogan made a good point that if it was... Like, he almost said... If you had somebody that did transition from a woman to a man and went, I'm going to go into men's sports and compete, they'd be like, if you want to do that, fine, whatever.
But, you know, be prepared. Throw her in with Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Fucking Khabib. If Zhang Wei Li wanted to turn into a bloke and then they put her in with Khabib.
Oh, I'd pay for that. I'd go to see it. I'd risk getting coronavirus to go and see that.
It's a non-issue. It's ridiculous that it's come up again and again and again. This isn't the first time I've seen it. It's been in the news. It's been on your favourite show of Piers Morgan's. You see articles on Facebook all the time. It's like you said. People are scared of being labelled as transphobic.
Yeah,
is that a thing? Is it?
Apparently.
They're that scared of being labelled as it that they won't just say, back the fuck up a minute.
Yeah, this isn't fair.
Let's be serious here. You want to compete, you compete in what you were born as. Not what you were mentally born as, what you were physically, biologically born as.
Because don't turn around and say, yeah, but there's loads of different things. Like, you can feel whatever you feel, but physically...
Yeah, physically and biologically, if you're not... We're not talking about changing chemically, like they keep saying, if you have low enough tests, you're chemically allowed to... No, biologically born. What do you start as? What were the first X amount of years of your life and all your development years? What did they bring you to be?
What about hermaphrodites?
I couldn't give a toss.
Well, where do they go?
Have you ever met one?
I don't know if I've met one.
No, that's a fair point. So, UFC 248 was on this weekend just gone.
Yeah.
Less than a week ago.
You stayed up to watch it, didn't you?
I woke up early. I was going out shooting, and I woke up 2 hours early to watch it. Yeah, and then we set off, and I watched the main card in the van on the way there.
I was going to come over to that one, but then I thought, like, I'll save it for the Khabib one, which may not happen.
No, we're not putting that sort of negativity out.
Well,
it's going to happen. It's got to happen. Fight night this week is in Apex in Las Vegas, where they filmed The Ultimate Fighter.
Right.
And they're doing it without an audience.
Okay.
So they're still fighting.
Yes.
They did Fight Night Brazil the other day. Same thing. One championship over in China.
Yeah, you don't want to see.
It'll be
Khabib and Tony Ferguson. Yeah, but the whole point is you want to hear the crowd go fuck it. And
yeah. Well, they'll still have commentators.
What, Joe Rogan just sat a million miles away.
Yeah.
In a hazmat suit next to the stage.
So that's the hope. It will go ahead, even if it's without audience.
Well, we are going to watch that one.
Yes, I'm going to be staying up for that one.
I'm coming over for that one.
Yeah, we'll get that one on.
The thing is with this one, going back to your previous point about women not being able to do anything better than men, the
main
women's
cards, the Zhang Weili and Joanna Jacek.
Joanna Jacek,
yeah. It was incredible.
Yeah. I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
And what, compared to the Adesanya and the Romero fight.
Yeah. Which the highlights for would be about, like 3 leg kicks.
This is what
That's about
this
it.
This shows the difference in the fight. The highlight video was 9 minutes 49 for the women's fight and 3 minutes 22 for the men's.
Yeah. And both fights were exactly the same length and both were for a belt.
Yeah.
It was bizarre. After the women's fight, fight of the year.
I'll tell you what. Let's talk about the Romero fight, and then let's talk about the women's one. The men's one, I saw a brilliant clip. I don't know whether you sent it to me or whether I saw it somewhere else, but it was just the two of them sort of going like this.
Yeah.
And they said when you're testing out a controller on UFC on Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, from what I saw as well, I don't know whether it. I mean, I presume they took as much as they could for these highlights. It looked like Romero won that, from what I could see. I mean, I'm only going off the highlights.
It was very easy to score the first round because Adesanya threw 4 strikes and Romero threw 3. Do you know what I mean? That for the first 3 rounds, that were the pace.
Or was it Romero that turned around and said, "If you can't dance with someone that doesn't want to dance," or something?
No, Adesanya said that because he were trying, but Romero walked out like that and didn't move, didn't bounce, didn't step. He walked out with a guard up and stood there for 3.5 minutes of the first round. Didn't move at all, didn't throw a punch, didn't throw a kick. And It freaked Adesanya out. It really freaked him out. He went running out, saw that he weren't moving, and he didn't know what to do then.
Right.
He didn't know whether it were a trap. He didn't want to attack, but the fight was boring. It was like...
The highlights were boring, to be fair.
It was like subpar boxing boring. Like amateur boxing. Where neither of them want to get hurt.
Yeah. To be fair, they didn't even look that fussed at the end. They were getting booed as well.
No, like Romero, they finished the fight and then he dropped and did like 50 push-ups.
Yeah, well, he's a nutcase.
Just
he is
as if to show, I'm not even tired. I'm like, oh, you've done fuck all for 25 minutes.
Yeah, and got paid a lot of money for it.
Yeah.
So that wasn't that. I bet they would have wished they could have put the women's on last because that deserved to be.
Yeah, it definitely did. That was fight of the night. If not definitely fight of the year so far. Hopefully, going to be outshone next week by Craven Ferguson.
We shall see. The women's one, so it was
Zhang Weili or Weili Zhang.
Yeah, and Joanna Jacek.
Whatever mood she's in.
It was great.
It was grim.
It was grim. The whole thing with the hematoma thing. That
she looked like a fucking alien at the end of it.
When people take pictures of a TV and it warps someone's face sometimes.
Yeah, or one of them Snapchat filters.
Yeah, I thought that it was just someone had taken a picture of that, and then when I saw the actual reel side by side, like when they were doing the judges scores, I was like, that's not.
Yeah, there were a great clip when Joe Rogan's trying to do the interviews, the ring interviews at the end. Finishes with Zhang Weili. She has a bit of a rant, blah, blah, about how China and coronavirus and that. Like, yeah, brilliant, well done, blah, blah, blah. Turns to Joanna Jacek. And she has the Polish flag, and she sort of puts it around her head to sort of hide it. And Joe Rogan goes, "No, yeah, you look great. Yeah, don't bother with that." And I'm like, she looks like a fucking mutant.
Yeah, how's that
destroyed?
What is it? Is it like
it's a burst blood vessel under the skin
that fills with blood?
Well, the skin separates from the bone or between 2 layers of tissue, and that fills with blood.
So all that was blood.
So she had to have it. Yeah, and she had to have it surgically drained. Which sounds painful, and there's been no pictures of her after. There were a picture of her leaving the hospital, and she had a hat
bandages, things.
Yeah, she had a hat like this.
Yeah.
So you couldn't see anything. So I'm guessing it's black and bruised and awful. But they both got 2 or 3 month fight bans on doctor's orders. They both took straight to hospital. Didn't make it to the post-fight press conference.
So what happened to the other
I can't remember, just a multitude of injuries, just all different little bits. There were no main cause, but I think she's got 2 months where she can't fight.
It was brutal.
Yeah,
absolutely brutal.
ruthless.
It was constant.
From round 10 seconds in, halfway through round 1 of Adesanya and Romero, one of the commentators goes, there's been 3 strikes thrown so far, but at this point in the women's fight there were about 120 strikes thrown by now. It was phenomenal. It were great.
Yeah, I wish I'd.
And I have had a bit of a rant about women being shit at sports. I'm shit at sports.
I'd love to see you in the cage with one of them.
It's different, innit? It is different. Because if you put him against somebody in the same weight class, if you put Demetrius Johnson in with you, Marty Mouse,
yeah, true,
he'd come out on top. Do you know what I mean? If you put Joanna Jędrzejczyk in with Conor McGregor, even after 12 months of hormone therapy, but it were brilliant. It were a great the whole card were great. I know you didn't watch all of it, but I'm just not watched the Sugar O'Malley fight. He got a first round knockout, but I've not seen that one yet. It wasn't on my totally legal download. But he's 2-0 with USADA. He's had 2 bans, and it's his first fight in about 3 years.
I was wondering that because he was on Ultimate Fighter years ago.
We were up and rising star. I think did he win Ultimate Fighter? I can't remember. He did really well in it, and then he had a couple of fights, won them, then tested positive, short ban, come back, tested positive, 2-year ban, and it's his first fight in 2 or 3 years. This one, and he'd come back with a bang. But if he tests positive again, I think that'll be game over for him. He'd end up in one championship. I don't think they test.
China.
Yeah, they don't test in that one. So there's quite a few that have sort of moved across for unknown reasons.
Demetrius Johnson went over there, and Sage Northcutt went over there.
Yeah, they both did, and they're both doing really well. Apparently, they pay better than the UFC as well. To be fair,
well, it's actually bigger than UFC.
Yeah. Well, I saw a thing that said about Zhang Weili, where there was this sort of conspiracy that if it had gone to points, which it did, it would have always gone to her, regardless of the outcome of the match, because it's too big of a marketing ploy for China, the first Chinese champion, and it's a woman.
Yeah.
It's too huge of a market for him to just push her to one side if she got beat.
In the same way that John Jones got a win in his last fight when he really shouldn't have done.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have done. Really shouldn't have done. But
we're
not judges.
We're not judges.
Don't matter what we think, we're not judges.
We are. We're looking forward to going to see or watching Khabib Ferguson. Fingers crossed that he doesn't get.
Yeah, because before they booked this one, Dana White said he would never book in this fight again. Because it was cursed.
Yeah.
So this is 5th time's the charm. And I don't know. It has to happen. It's got to happen. So this week on Wits, or What Is This Shit, we've got a friend of the show. He's dropped a new banging track about 3 hours ago. I think he dropped it.
3 hours ago, as we've written it.
We filmed this. Yeah. It's our good friend Tom MacDonald with his new song "I Don't Care," which we've just given another listen to.
We'll give it a listen.
It's been a while since we've done a Tom MacDonald one.
It's been a while. Well, we haven't done Wits in a little bit either. Probably.
Yeah, we haven't done no, but he's had a few recently. They were on weeks that we weren't recording and things like that.
I quite enjoyed it.
What, this one?
Yeah,
quite like this one.
To an extent. I mean, there's little bits where I always think that the mark of a good vocalist is to kind of ride the music.
Yes,
and there was a few bits where he was
stretching to make the lyrics fit.
Yeah, and he felt a bit...
Also, he's not a good vocalist because the auto-tune again was fucking horrendous.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's done a few recently with Nova Rockefeller and what was the little bald guy called?
Fuck knows.
Mad Child.
Not my genre, you know.
Wild Mad Child. I'm sure it's Mad Child. He's got a machine gun tattooed on his face. He's far too old to have tattoos like that. Which have been...
I do get a bit bored of songs that are like, this is how good I am, look how good I am, look how good I am, look how much money I've got. And it's like,
Yeah.
It gets boring.
It does.
It does get boring. I mean, I did enjoy I did say to you, I just find this lyric that I quite liked.
He's a good lyricist. He's not a good vocalist, but he is a good lyricist.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah, you like the bit about he doesn't want to be... There it is.
Stop comparing me to Hopsin, Token, NF and M. I think they're great, but so am I. I don't want to be them. I just quite like the way that flowed together.
Yeah, like I said, he's a good lyricist.
Yeah, I'll get that.
I nearly said great, but not when you compare him to Hopsin, Token, or Eminem. Nowhere near.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Who are these people?
The other rappers.
All of them?
Yes.
Is M as in Eminem?
Yes. Yeah.
Right, I wasn't sure if that was... But...
Hopsin. Yeah. His last album was No Shame. I think he lives in Australia. He's got a child in Australia.
Is he good?
Yeah. Real good.
It's Token, not Tolkien.
No, it's Token, as in Token Black Guy.
Right.
I've only listened to a few of his tracks, but he's alright. The NF, I'm not 100% sure. That one might have passed me by.
And
I'm sure somebody definitely won't comment because nobody watches this far in.
Fuckers.
But yeah, and definitely Eminem at the end, yeah.
But this one...
Yep.
I did find myself...
I don't like rap songs with a chorus that's repeated 4 times.
There was a lot of unnecessary chorus in that.
Yeah.
I think you could have cut at least
2 of those choruses out.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But then again, there wasn't... It's nice to see a little bit of progression throughout the song.
Okay.
And this was very... It was... I'm great, I've done really well. Yeah, okay, there's a chorus. I've done really well and everyone hates me.
Yeah,
but I've done really well.
There were a bit of that.
Then we have another chorus.
In the chorus, he rhymes the words war, your, bro, no, bro, so, no, and then no again. Were his rhyming words in the chorus.
There was a lot of us, I think. I think it was later on in the song.
Yeah.
I'm a mess, yeah. I need a rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't wasting energy on enemies I never met, yeah. I need a mence, yeah. I need bed, yeah. What the heck? I just sent a text to see if I still have some friends. Yeah.
There were a lot of yas, darling.
Yas. Yeah. Can you imagine if you came out like that?
We don't rate the songs, do we?
We don't rate songs, but I mean, it was all right. But I like it when people do something a little bit different, like I've said, and it would have been interesting to hear him do something other than saying. He does sound like a bit of a bitch.
There's one that he came out with called Drug. And it's an acronym for Dopest Rappers Under God.
Right.
With this Mad Child and Nova Rockefeller. I've not listened to it, but I saw a lot of the promo material for it and I thought, give that one a miss.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll do that next week, if we bother.
Unless he comes out with something else.
He'll definitely... He's released quite a few singles recently. He's definitely got an album coming.
Yeah.
That would be my guess, which we'll probably do a lengthier segment on.
Tom MacDonald special?
Yes.
Oh God, I can't fucking wait
Tom
for
MacDonald,
that.
Yeah.
Cannot wait for that. Thanks for watching this episode of the Northmouth Podcast, or listening to it if you've listened to it on iTunes or Spotify. Don't forget, we are on social media channels, so you can follow us on those. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and here as well, because it would be very nice to see those ping wherever it is. But thanks for tuning in.